What's up, man? It's Roddy Rod. I'm on the Roddy Rod show, my show. And I got my guy, man, Damien. Let me go ahead and add him up here. I forgot to add him. I got my
Oh,
man Damien. He gonna join me. We're gonna talk about LeBron James and his son, Bronny,
hmm
got drafted number was it 55? Pick number
55. Yes, sir.
55? Yeah, pick number 55 by the Lakers. All right, I got this article. I'm gonna just read a little bit of it first before we get started. It's by Dave McMenamin. He's an ESPN writer, and this is from ESPN. It says before Thursday, there had never been a father-son duo playing in the NBA at the same time, and now the first father-son pair is set to be teammates after the Los Angeles Lakers selected Bronny James, the eldest son of LeBron James, with the 55th pick in the second round of the draft. Beyond blessed, Bronny James wrote in the Instagram post. The James family received the news while gathered together at an intimate dinner party in New York. Sources told ESPN LeBron's mother, Gloria, and wife, Savannah's parents attended, along with some of Bronny's closest friends and confidants. All right, I'm going to play this clip where Bronny got drafted.
With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
The anticipation has been building for weeks as to where we would hear Bronny's name called. This is a young man who had an unprecedented spotlight on him in his freshman year at USC, where he played 25 games. He missed the first 8 games of the season after he went into cardiac arrest on July 24th, 2023. He underwent a procedure to treat a congenital heart defect. To see him less than a year later be drafted is a feat I don't think we can lose sight of. He's, of course, the eldest son of one of the greatest players to ever play the game, LeBron James, and now we see the first ever father-son duo in the NBA, Stephen A.
I'm incredibly happy for Bronny James. I remember when, the basketball world stopped because
All right, I'm going to go ahead and
cardi-
stop it there, man. I'm going to get your thoughts on how do you feel just Bronny getting to play with his dad? How do you feel about that? I'll start off with that
Can you hear
question.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. No, first of all, thank you for having me on your show, bro.
Oh yeah, no
Appreciate it.
problem.
We always have some good conversations.
You're always welcome, sir.
I'm just sitting here making some notes about what I think about it, but to answer your question, what do I think about him playing with his father? When you look at the totality of it, I think that's really pretty cool. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you're able to play in the NBA with your dad while he's still in his bag, right? In Los Angeles.
Yeah,
I don't care how you got there. That's pretty darn cool. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So like all, sports stuff aside, what team you like, rock with Bron, that's pretty cool. And I don't think we can hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing with your brother, if you're playing with your dad, you're playing with your cousin or something like that, that's pretty doggone cool. So to answer that question, I think that's pretty cool, and I'm happy for both of them from that standpoint.
great, great, great. I feel the same way, man. I'm proud of him. Getting to play with his dad. Like
hmm
you say, man, just for his dad to be able to withstand that long in the NBA to still be there for his son to grow up and get there with him.
Yep.
That is a feat within itself.
Yep.
But yeah, just by him being drafted, I mean, how does that make you feel? I mean, I know it's been some conflict about his play and if he's good enough and things of that nature. So,
hmm
I mean, do you feel like he's worthy? Do you think he's worthy to even be there?
Well,
Or should
again,
somebody else be there?
I'm glad you asked that first question as to what do I think about him playing with his dad. That was the perfect first question because I'm ready to let loose on this conversation, and I don't want to start off as though I'm hating or we're hating on
Right.
him. But okay, it's cool you playing with your dad. Now, what do I think about him being drafted? He did not earn it, Rob. Right? He did not earn it. Let's just be
Mhm.
real. Let's be honest about it. He didn't. I just saw a tweet a minute ago. You remember DJ Burns that played for North Carolina State? Big kid.
I think so. Yeah,
Had a
yeah.
had a nice little tournament run. He didn't get drafted,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been undrafted, signed by somebody. But like a kid who showed that he can compete in March Madness and carry his team and compete against the best players in the nation. He didn't get drafted, but Bronny James, who played 20-odd games, averaged 3 points a game, somehow got drafted. Let me tell you something. This is bad for basketball. I'm not mad at the nepotism. I'm not mad that there are a lot of coaches who bring their sons in and teach them how to be coaches and they have jobs for life. That's been going on for years, front office as well. I'm not mad at the nepotism when it comes to that. I'm not mad at LeBron trying to look out for his son. But everybody with eyes sees that Bronny James is not ready to play at the NBA level. He didn't prove that he could play exceptionally well at the college level, right? And so he didn't earn this. This is simply because LeBron James has not signed back with LA, and they wanted another bargaining chip to try to get him to sign back and retire as a Laker. So let's not, when if you see the video where I think Bryce recorded sitting behind Bronny the actual moment at their party when Bronny was drafted, he
Mm-hmm.
was lifeless. It's not like you can be super excited like some of these other kids that actually earned it, like your first 15, 20 picks last night who've been working hard their whole lives. Their dad's not in the NBA. They had to go out in college or at the G League Ignite or whatever and earn it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Bronny here, he didn't earn this. I ain't mad at him. Hey, capitalize off this, make your money, however you going to parlay this. But don't be fooled, man. You didn't earn this, bro.
No, he definitely didn't earn it. I'm like you. I don't think he earned it. But I mean, hey, other people do nepotism all the time. Why can't we do it?
Yep.
That's just the way I'm looking at it. He doesn't deserve it.
Yep.
But hey, why can't we do it? I can't hate on that. So
right.
it really that just that part of it alone.
Right.
I kind of it's almost like I'm happy that he did it because it's like, yeah, we can do it too. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to do it. You know what I mean? I won't say it's cool. I'll just say it was appropriate for the time for me. It was
No, I mean,
appropriate
I
timing
think
for
it's
me.
cool if you can pull it off. I mean, it's not illegal. I mean,
It's not illegal.
I mean, he's not the worst player in the country, but like he did enough to make it to a nice school, to get some attention on him, and to have decent enough workouts for them to draft him. I just there was another kid that was more worthy of that spot, and we saw what this was. But I'll say this, I made some couple points here.
Go ahead.
My third point is this shows it's amazing how powerful LeBron can be. It's amazing. I don't think we've ever seen any player dictate a team drafting a certain player like this, a certain player that was not worthy, right? I can see if you say, okay, hey, that kid right there coming from Duke, yeah, he already going to be a lottery pick. I want to go get him. That's different from, hey, can you draft my son? He ain't that good.
Yeah.
He ain't had a 30-point game in his college career. He isn't showing that he's no better than anybody else. But hey, if you want me back, you better draft him. I've never seen one. I've seen that kind of power outside of basketball, like Jay-Z, the kind of stuff that he does. But I've never seen anybody in sports be this powerful when they like make a team in broad daylight. They don't hide it. Draft my son, and they have to do it. But the other part of that is I'm a Laker fan. You are too. It shows me how weak the Lakers are, and
Management, right?
yeah, and how far we have fallen as an organization to let one guy dictate our
Yep.
entire organization. We're bigger than that.
Yep.
We're bigger than LeBron. We're bigger than this father son crap. We're trying to win championships. This ain't gonna bring us a championship. And so it's just like how sad Rob Pelinka. I mean, we just hired a literally a rookie coach that's never done anything outside of playing basketball. That doesn't equate to being a good coach. We just hired him the other day. Now we have LeBron dictating our organization to draft his son that doesn't. So you got a coach that didn't earn it. Now you got a player, a son that's getting earned. Like the kind of control that LeBron will have on this organization and on the locker room and on the roster is unreal and unheard of. And it doesn't produce wins at a high level. And it's really disgusting what the Lakers have become.
Yeah, he didn't took it up a notch because everywhere he didn't win, he's dictated staffs, all kind of things. How he wanted it to go, who he wanted it to play around, what position he wanted to play within the system that they wanted him to play.
Right.
But to now say, "Oh, now y'all need to draft my son. I need my son here so I can play a few more years, like you say, and I'll retire here." That's a whole nother level of power, like you say, we haven't seen before, and I'm with it. I'm definitely with it.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, again, I think it's nice to if you can pull it off. But like, I always feel like if you're gonna put your neck out for somebody, put your neck out for somebody that's worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I ain't. If I work somewhere and somebody like, "Hey, man, put in a word for me," I would be happy to put in a word for you if I believe in you. But just because I know you, I'm not gonna go put in a word for you. I gotta know what you can do. I gotta know your skill. I haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'll use my cachet for you. If you're gonna use this kind of power, like go get Paul George. How about that? If you got this kind of power, go get Paul George on your roster some type of way to help you win a championship. If you got this kind of power, go get Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Go make a move that's going to help you win another championship. But don't get me wrong. This father-son thing, listen, LeBron is not the greatest. LeBron is not the greatest champion. I think LeBron is going to be remembered as a very good player that broke records and did things that other people have not done. He's the only player in history whose total stats add up to like a triple-double, 40,000, 10,000, 10,000. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's amazing. I think his career average is maybe somewhere around 25, 26, 27. I think his career average is probably like 27, 7, and 7, which is amazing, right? But I think, okay, you got the all-time leading scorer record. He's going to always be remembered. Nobody's going to break that no time soon. And now, like Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. in baseball, this is the first father-son duo in the NBA. They'll always be remembered. LeBron will always be remembered, but he's just not the GOAT.
Right. Who you think the GOAT is?
Stop, man. Come on, don't ask me that.
We on live.
Come on, man. What kind of question?
You want me to tell you who my GOAT is? I tell you, my GOAT is Kobe. On that. My GOAT is Kobe. I mean,
come on, dog.
I'm gonna do it. I'm going with Kobe. I'm going with Kobe.
Don't do that tonight.
I don't care about MJ. That's just me. I'm just
don't
do
that tonight, man. Don't do that.
I'm with Kobe.
Don't do that tonight.
That's my number one. I'm biased. I'm a hater.
You know what, bro? You know what, bro? Let's be technical on that. All right, let's be technical for a moment. Like, I think I won't say you're wrong, right? Because again, I'm a big Kobe fan. I'm a huge Kobe fan. The only NBA games I ever saw was going to see Kobe. I will not watch anybody else. The way Kobe showed up and the way he performed on the road is legendary, right?
Definitely.
But if we're being honest, bro, Kobe went 5-2 in the finals. Jordan went 6-0. The level of dominance that Jordan had, like Kobe had that 1 year 04 with the Pistons. Him and Shaq was still one eye to eye. Gary Payton, Karl Malone, the team was all over the place. They lost in 5 games in 2004. Kobe hit a game winner in like game 4 or something just to make it a gentleman's sweep, but it was bad, right? Kobe played decently well. Then 08, somehow we popped up, got Paul Gasol, somehow got to the finals. I don't know how we got to the finals that year and lost that year. Okay, that wasn't a bad loss. Jordan didn't have a loss whatsoever, right? In a short period of time, I think he played like 13, 14 years, won 6 championships. In a 2-year span, he just quit. So he never lost in between that 6. He just quit, right? And had 2 years off. Kobe, don't get me wrong, I think Kobe was more skilled than Jordan. His outside shot was better. His ability to handle the ball in traffic was better. His footwork was better. He couldn't jump like Jordan. But just from a standpoint, when I need a crazy tough jumper to win the ball game, Kobe is the guy. Don't get me wrong. I love Kobe. You know what I'm saying? But like, when you go back and watch Michael Jordan,
I remember.
um,
Mm-hmm.
from 91. I mean, they would have won in 1990, but remember in Game 7 against the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, Scottie Pippen had a migraine headache and he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't see, and they ended up losing that game. They would have won that year because they would have played the Trailblazers, and I'm sure they would have beat them. But like the way Jordan dominated the game, and the way Jordan has stopped some great players from getting championships, he stopped Patrick Ewing. He stopped Clyde Drexler from getting a championship. He stopped
Reggie
Charles
Miller.
Barkley, Reggie Miller from getting a championship. People try to act like Jordan didn't go up against some monsters. Jordan went up against monsters, and he played defense, and he played efficient basketball. He didn't have a lot of crossover dribble in his game. It was get to my spot, jump shot, be very efficient.
But
I'm
my
saying,
thing, my thing is with it, I
yeah,
feel like they don't give enough credit to the other players like Dennis Rodman. Because when I watched it, I remember Rodman not scoring any points. Just like I was watching, I forgot it was a podcast or somebody. I remember Rodman not maybe what did he score like 2 points or maybe
if that,
4 points, and
if
then
that,
it was one at one point he came through clutch and hit 2 free throws.
he
So it's
would.
like this dude, like, come on, man, all the clutch rebounds to get second chance points. To me, that's stuff you can't even quantify. I mean, you could put it down, say he made a rebound, they got a second chance point, but
Mhm.
it's the morale that it does for the team. A
Mhm.
guy keeps giving you
Mhm.
second chances, extra opportunities to go back up with the ball. Like that stuff is big to me, and I just feel like they just diminish that and just say Jordan, 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 Jordan. And I get it. He won the 6-6 undefeated, you know. But come on, man, it's like you didn't do it by yourself, dog. That's how
No,
they try to make it almost seem like, oh, every time it was time to be clutch, it was Jordan. It was Jordan every time. Nah, it was other people too.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna tell you something. Like, you know who I think the best all around player in NBA history is?
Let me cut my headphones back on.
Yeah, yeah. I want you to hear this part because yeah, I'm a
All
history
right, I can
I'm
hear
a
you now.
history I'm a history buff when it comes to those Chicago Bulls team. The first 3 with
Mm-hmm.
B.J. Armstrong, Scott Williams, John Paxson, Craig Hodges, Stacey King, Will Purdue. I'm a historian on that squad. And the
Mm-hmm.
second Bull squad too with Judd Bushler, Jason Caffey, Randy Brown, uh, um, what's his name, Ron Harper,
Harper,
Luke Longley, and the star. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a connoisseur on these Bulls teams, right? And
Tony Kukoc.
Tony, yeah, I forgot about Tony. So the best all around player in NBA history to me is Scottie Pippen. You can't tell me otherwise. Even better than LeBron. Like, Scotty doesn't get the credit. You talk about people not getting the credit. Scotty was just soft spoken, kid from Arkansas, nose wide open. Scotty doesn't get the credit for the defensive tone that he set for that team in the late 80s. And that's what carried them to championships because they played defense. Like nobody people think about Jordan, but they played defense as a team like nobody's. But Jordan was an animal on defense. Pippen was an animal. They would lock up your best 2 and send you home crying. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll get points in the fast break in between that. So what Pippen was able to do to hit from the outside shot to guard the other team's best player up and down the court. You remember in '91 when they beat the Lakers for that first championship, they put Pippen on Magic, and he
Mm-hmm.
walked him up the court defensively every play, full court, and gave Magic Johnson fits. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, Scotty, what he did for that team, held it together when Jordan was gone. But the way Scotty can get in the passing lanes, create, hit the jump shot, be a point. He was like when you think about a point forward, what LeBron became a point forward. Scottie Pippen was the first iteration of that. So Phil Jackson doesn't get enough credit for the ways he takes certain players and finds their strength and just plays to it. And that's what he did with Mike. He just said, go be a scorer and play some defense. That's what he did with Pippen. He just said, be an all-around player and run our offense. Everybody else fit into that, man. So, even though Scotty and Jordan got some crazy stuff going on right now, man, Scotty is the best all-around
I
player
know.
I've
What's
ever
up
seen.
with that?
Yeah. Scotty was too quiet, and now
he wanna talk now.
Well, he wants more credit than people giving him. Mm-hmm. And he just got to understand, it's just going to always go to Jordan, just ride the train, bro. You're going to eat. Just ride the train. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, you were on an undefeated team, one of the best dynasties in NBA history. Just ride it, bro. You might not like Jordan. Just smile for the picture, show up for the video, show up for the event, cash your check. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit more of this clip, see what they thoughts is about it.
Cardiac arrest situation last summer. I remember being around so many people in this building, scared to death that something awful had happened, and wondering. You see LeBron James entering the hospital. You know, you heard so many different things. You're scared to death of what had happened to him and what was going to come of it. And to see him here just a year later, being drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, health intact and what have you, can't be happier for him.
And when people want to judge his freshman season at USC and the lack of production that you might normally see, you have to take into consideration what those previous 5 months were, not just a physical comeback from an episode.
This isn't like a sprained MCL.
They kill me, man. These dudes are sitting up here. This is insane. The way they are kissing LeBron's butt, bro. You get paid a lot of money. Tell the truth. Like, if his cardiac situation was that big a deal, the doctors wouldn't have cleared him to go out and play full contact basketball. So had he gone out and scored 40 points, it was like, oh man, look at the miraculous recovery. Now he ain't balling like that. Oh, well, you got to take into account he just came off a heart surgery. Well, then why clear him in the first? Let's just tell the truth. This dude didn't earn it. He ain't that good. He's 6'2". Like the shortest guards in the NBA really now are like 6'4", 6'5" at the smallest. You got point guards that are 6'9".
And another thing, like he just said, he had that cardiac incident. Most people, if they had recently had a cardiac incident this close to the draft, they probably wouldn't get drafted. In most sports, they probably wouldn't even be drafted. Bro.
Injury like that, bro,
they wouldn't draft you. Or if they do, they're gonna do extensive tests on you before they draft you.
They're not gonna draft you. They're gonna bring you in as an unsigned free agent. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna bring you in for a workout, stuff like that. But like, come on, like they wouldn't have cleared him. So why are we not like this? ESPN, bro, used to be a respectable organization. I remember I used to watch ESPN Sports
every morning. I used to watch it before I went to school, man. Every morning, every night.
Every night. Linda Cohn, Kenny Mayne, Stuart Scott. Them cats, man, watch it on Sunday with football, and they were honest about their jobs, man.
Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
We used to even watch the reruns because you remember they were running back about 3 or 4 times. It's so good, you just kept watching. I left it on there all day. I just keep watching.
You saw what was happening with baseball, all these different sports, man. It wasn't all this gossip that they got going on now, making up stuff. I got sources. And this stuff right here, like, come on, man. That's why I listen. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch ESPN like that. I really don't, man. Like, I get my news from like regular people on YouTube, and then whatever I pick up on Spaces and on X. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like these news organizations are so bought and sold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to piss off LeBron that bad where you're just going to just fabricate the integrity of what you're being paid to do. Like, come on, bro. And then Bob Myers is a doggone GM that won 4 championships. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
But the mental comeback and that process for a young person to come back from a situation like that and to be playing basketball again and then to start to try to play it at a high level. There's so much more room for growth for him.
And can you imagine, as a parent, getting that initial phone call with that LeBron and Savannah got about their son, and then you fast forward to where they are right now.
That's how they make you the pity for him.
This is such a fluff conversation, man. Can you imagine? No. Every day, nobody don't get a call about their kid having cardiac arrest on the basketball court. No, I can't imagine that, man. Like, come on, bro.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're right.
Go ahead, man. I apologize.
No, you good. I like it. I like it.
Getting to play together.
I
Just
like
think
it.
about that range of emotion.
You guys make goosebumps.
Yeah,
I got all
it
kind of
is.
people
It
hitting my
is
line right now.
for just life. Forget about the NBA.
Right.
So I think the thing that people that are critical and negative will say, well, they just drafted him because his last name or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's not the smallest player in the draft. He's got a 6'7" wingspan. He's 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
There's players with much less wingspan in the NBA. I still think he can be a very good NBA player. I don't think we should, as in the media, people will hope it happens right away. He's still very young, and he didn't really have a last year. So it's going to be fascinating to watch his journey.
But because he's so young, and we don't need to expect but so much out of him as a player, you know what the most exciting part is? You got a guy in LeBron James entering his 40th year on this earth that's going to be more hyped, more inspired, arguably, than ever before to
Do you
pull
believe
something
that?
out of his.
You think that's going to inspire him some more? Just his son being over there, or you think that's cap too?
He wasn't inspired last year.
Yeah, I guess not. They didn't win.
Is this going to help him hit more jumpers or make better decisions or play
I
off
doubt
the
it.
ball?
I doubt it.
And with a rookie coach.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's his friend, right? Ain't they friends?
I don't know what they are, bro. This is so weird.
That shit
with
don't work.
how all this come together. This is so weird. Like they never played together as teammates. Maybe on USA, on Team USA, maybe, I'm not sure, but not on NBA team. So this is weird. This is really weird. This connection. Like, I don't even do the black and white thing. But Darvin Ham played in the NBA. Cool. JJ did too. Darvin Ham has been an assistant in the NBA for at least 10 plus years. I respect guys that do it that way. They go and learn how to be a coach, learn their craft, learn how to work their way up. And he became a lead assistant for Coach Bud. They won a championship with Giannis.
Oh, and Bucks. The
Bucks in 2021. Like, I mean, that, and then Darvin got the Laker job, right? And so therefore he's earned his chops among his colleagues, among his peers and things of that nature. And he comes in amid all this crazy. Remember when Darvin got there, they had Westbrook, that mess of a Westbrook. Darvin was able to get something out of Westbrook in that position, kept him afloat, traded him out. The team got better, and they made it to the Western Conference Finals a year ago, right? With a rookie coach in Darvin Ham amid all this crap going on. Come in this year, they make the playoffs, but I think they lost in the first round, I believe, right? That's a pretty good start for a coach like Darvin Ham. And you get him fired to bring in a guy that has never coached before in his life, and then you have your team draft. Like, when you draft a guy in the second round, you're looking to get something out of him now. Like, maybe we can get you some minutes in the farm team. Maybe we can sneak you some minutes in now, but next year you got to play in year 2. The way they're looking at that Bronny, they're saying like he gonna sit for 4 years. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
He's so young. He's the same age as the boy that got drafted first. Who are we talking about? I'm telling you, man, these dudes are so bought and sold, man. It's sad to see what Stephen A. Smith has become.
Oh, it's bad, bro.
It is sad.
I can't watch it. I cannot watch, especially Stephen A. Because I used to be a real big fan of his, like when Skip was on there with him and stuff. But these last 2 years, bro, I can't stomach him.
Man, it's
all the fake sources and stuff, like you say. I don't even buy all of that crap, bro. It's like, come on, bro.
And if you really listen to him, he doesn't know basketball.
He doesn't.
He don't know basketball.
Now I listen to Jason Whitlock, and Jason Whitlock broke his ass down.
Okay. I was gonna bring that up. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I might want to play that clip. You know what I'm saying? But that's another show.
He exposed him like you've never played ball. These stats are bogus. Your whole career is bogus. You don't know basketball. You're just a sensationalist in the ways in which you talk about these different topics. Come up with crazy headlines that don't make sense, and you try to make sense of it. But come on, man. I ain't mad at it. Make your money, Stephen A. I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. They're gonna give it to somebody. But man, the integrity of sports casting, being a sports analyst, being the scouting departments in the Lakers organization, it's an absolute joke at this point.
Man, I'm at this 30-minute mark. I'm trying to wrap it up right here, man.
Okay,
You
okay,
got any
okay.
final thoughts? You got any final
Man,
thoughts?
nah, man. I'm as a Laker fan, man. I really wish I could just like go to sleep for like to the end of LeBron's contract, man. I don't even want to watch this nightmare anymore,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I really
Uh-huh.
don't. We got one more year of this crap.
Yeah. Throwing his hands up. I feel like you, man. I feel like I'm ready for this to be over with. I'm happy for him that he get to play with his son. I really am.
Hmm.
But I'm just ready for us to get past this so we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming with the Lakers, bro. Because I don't like the way the management is taking the team. You know, they just all over the place. Like you said, we got this young coach, inexperienced coach. LeBron's basically running the organization. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait it out. But man, like I say, I appreciate you coming through, Damian. As always, you always got hot takes, bro, and you always do a good job. And I really, really do appreciate you coming on here, sir.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Hey, yeah. Make sure y'all follow me at Noble Negro on X.
Make sure you do
I might say something crazy. God bless you, man.
that. Bless you too, bro. Peace.